Everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year. It's officially 20 freaking 20. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It just sounds crazy even, right? I don't know. Is it me? Like it feels like there's this weird, I use the word weird when I don't know what to say. It's not really weird, but there's this like energy. I don't know how to explain it, but we're starting a new decade. And we've been talking about the astrological events and the transits and the importance of them. They're huge. That make this year in particular such a pivotal year in terms of setting the tone for the next 35 plus years of our lives. And I guess because I'm in my 30s, I've never experienced the closing of a cycle that's this large. You understand? And I know that the majority of you that are watching are in the same boat. So it's like an energy that I can't really explain with this newness. But you don't know if it's positive or negative. It's almost like because we're going through, we spent all of 2019 was basically freaking vomit fest. Okay? Which is disgusting, but I guess we're all doing it. Meaning, all of 2019, the planets aligned in a way to lead us to this year. And it was the year of purging, of analyzing our situations ourselves, figuring out what our reality is, making understanding of the divine, the universe, what we believe, who we really are, what surrounds us, what energy belongs to us, what doesn't. I mean, think about it. When you think about January last year now, I mean, I know it's like, sounds so cliche. Everyone's like, you're in a completely different place. But no, this is a different kind of completely different place. So different that I really cannot find the words to describe it. But you guys know what I mean. Okay? Very transformative. Shockingly transformative. I'm a medium. I've always been a reader and spiritual. Even before I knew I was spiritual, okay? Because I picked up my first deck of tarot cards when I was 7 years old. You know? Because I was just led to it and I didn't really understand it. Why? But I did. But what I'm saying is, even with that knowledge that I have, etc., where I felt comfortable knowing, and I'm speaking about my situations because it relates to everybody else, you know, that I'm going through a transformation, etc., like understanding spirit, the laws of purging and energy and what we're going through. And I've been working one-on-one with an astrologer, so I have an idea in advance of all these things. But even so, there was no way to perceive in advance how major these transformations are or were, because they're not done, and where they were actually leading us. Right? Does that make sense? That has to resonate with you guys somehow. It's just, I'm saying. Now, for those of you that are new, I'm so happy to have you. Welcome. Very quickly, just a little, introduction. I do it every reading. I'm a medium. I'm a no tools reader. As you look at all my tools on my table. But basically, I read without tools. I channel directly. But I do pull cards, okay? So I will pull cards and oracle cards at the end of the reading. But if you hear me talking, it's not really from me. And it's all part of the reading. And the tarot cards that I pull and the oracle cards are not a separate entity, okay? They're pulled to confirm, and usually that's exactly what happens, the messages that I've already received. And the reason they do that is because that raises our vibration, and that's the point, okay? Because there's nothing more awesome than hearing a channeled message, having that channeled message already raise your vibration, and then seeing it being confirmed. That is, and I'm channeling right now, what the divine really has led you guys here to experience. Like, they are really putting in effort to raise our vibration and do what they can to keep us there. Because that's going to guide you towards your abundance. And if you looked at my last reading, if you didn't, please do. That was beautiful, I gotta say. Because I have an idea when I finish readings. I remember obviously what I was talking about, but it's still kind of hazy. So I actually have to go back and watch my readings as a viewer. So when I did that, I mean, the channeling was like 35 minutes. It was so deep and meaningful. Okay? And I'm so happy that Divine explained it, like, you know, what they explained. But they really, in that reading, went into, and they're re-emphasizing it. So I guess they want me to kind of say it again. That a major lesson for us that we have learned in 2019 and are continuing to learn, but interestingly enough, we'll never understand. And now I know. See, nothing's an accident. When I started this reading and I started saying that it's like a weird feeling, that's what they're trying to say. Because Pluto, the effects of Pluto right now is also about control. So they're really also emphasizing that they don't want you to look at the fact that we're starting a new cycle and a new decade, and that you have to choose, you know, a different path in the way that we're used to thinking about it, you know, like, as in control. I control my destiny. I'm going to go towards a new path that I want. That's not actually the energy that they're guiding us towards. They're guiding us towards a complete, serene surrender, okay? Of letting go and letting God in the right vibration so that abundance can then come to us. But let go of control. Because that energy of control, which is another thing they emphasized in the last reading, control, anger, jealousy, like there's a huge umbrella, and it all boils down to one word: fear. And the energy of fear is low vibrational. You understand? They're really emphasizing that right now. And what they explain, and they're explaining now again, it's about light and dark energy, low vibrational, high vibrational. We have to get out of a place, but it's so natural in all of us humans, including myself. And I said this the last reading when I watched it too. Please don't put tarot readers and mediums on a freaking pedestal. People tend to do that, right? Because we know, or we have information, or we're intuitive, that somehow we have a one-up. Hell no. We suffer a lot, okay? Because we're extra sensitive to energy. But we're human just like you. So though I have the gift of knowing to share messages for you guys, it's a very selfless. I don't even want to. Do you see how natural that was? It was odd for me it felt odd to say career just now. That was completely natural. Because obviously it's a human experience. It's like, you know, this is my job, this is what I do, but it's not, it's a purpose for me. because that is my purpose. But it's very selfless because they block me from my own information so I can learn my own lessons, you know? So we're all going through it. A big thing, and I'm guilty of it too, is we tend as humans to look at things in such polarized fashion. And the thing is, our reality comes from our perception, comes from our consciousness. And all of that comes from the programming and the energy that we've acquired from our parents, from their parents, from their parents, from their parents. Look down history, keep going backwards. It wasn't very pretty, was it? I mean, it's kind of sad to say, but relatively speaking, in terms of times, it wasn't that long ago, for example, in the United States that women couldn't even vote. You know what I'm saying? That's just one example. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did. So, and I just got the chills. It's because they're emphasizing what it means to close out these cycles. We are not just closing out 35-year, give or take a couple years. I always say that, I'll explain it in a second. 18, 12-year cycles, okay, to start new and starting a new decade. We are literally closing out cycles from like over 100 years. Because we're also having the big event, which I'm going to talk about, Saturn conjunct Pluto on January 12th. The last time that happened was around 1914, 1916. Okay. Which was World War I. So all of the events and things, energies that everyone has shared, because that's also part of the lesson, is understanding that we are not separate. And that's how energy works. Right? We are not. So as long as those things are happening out in the world, we're going to experience them one way or another, and it's going to shape our programming and our thought patterns, even in ways that we're not aware of. So literally, we're closing out cycle. This cycle started when, at the beginning of World War I. Think about that. So it's major. Because we are really, it's really the true definition of death and rebirth. We are stripping away old paradigms and thought patterns, all of that karma and energy that was acquired from all of those years, so that we can create new realities and new paths. And that's why the divine's working so hard to do things like what I do, channel and then confirm with the cards, to keep our vibrations high for as long as possible. Because when we keep our vibrations high and in that positive energy, we're straying further and further away from this dark energy that's existed and has shaped who we are in the grand scheme of things for forever, basically. On a personal level, to your lineage, to the world, basically. And that's why it's that you get that feeling that it's like you're not confused, but there's just this like energy of, you know, it's different. This generation right now, if you're experiencing this, please come to terms with the fact that we are extremely important for the history, for humanity. Because we are the ones experiencing this right now. And we are the vessels, because our bodies are vessels carrying this energy, the ones responsible right now to not just create new timelines and paths for yourself towards abundance, but understanding and sticking to the fact that you know that we are looking at the world wrong. We are looking at everything outwardly focused. He did this to me. This person didn't say thank you to me. What an a-hole. This person doesn't like me. I don't know why. I'm crying. I didn't get... Those are all of the thought patterns that have been ingrained since all those times, of the cycles that we're closing. It's now understanding the dynamics of energy and understanding. And it's hard to grasp because it's new, and we are the infants. We are the newborns. That we only have to become self-focused. That's not selfish. We are just energy. Our bodies are vessels. It's physics. Likes attract likes, etc., etc. If you want me to put it in basic terms, in terms of like a relationship with a divine other or something, you know? If you're in the energy of, you know what? I'm just going to leave this to God. I'm not really angry. I have to focus on myself, whatever. They want to date someone else, whatever, you know. I'm not angry. I still think we have a connection, whatever, you know. I'm just going to work on myself. And you live your best life. What you're doing is, that's becoming self-focused. When you do that, you pull those that are in dark energies, you know, for those that have divine others that are with third parties or addictions, etc. This is just one little example. We are able to help pull them forward, pull them up with us. And when they finally get there, they can come to us. And that's how it works with everything. It really is on you and your thought patterns. You have the control of everything. You have to learn to just be, it's Hanged Man, Hermit card. It's not just about going within for introspection anymore. It's about going within as the foundation of your life. Detachment from everything around you is actually what brings attachment. We have to marinate on that a little bit. They also are bringing up, again, the dark versus light energy, okay? Devil energies, things that are human experiences. We're supposed to experience it. You know, addictions, sadness, grief, anger. I mean, I go through it like every day. I can talk about this all day. I'm still going to experience it. I'm a human being, right? And light energy, which is love, peace, being self-focused, inspiring, etc. Understanding that there's light and there's dark. There can't be light if there's no dark. There can't be dark if there's no light. Right? But if you're in a dark room, it's harder to get to the light because you can't find the light switch. You don't know where to go. So it requires a little bit more energy to get out. When you are in the light, you can see everything, even the dark. That is why it is so important for us to get to that light energy, which is, you know, these positive vibes we already talked about. So we can be like, hey, the light switch is over there, you guys. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, that light energy and dark energy, low vibrational, high vibrational, they're completely polar opposite energies, right? Energy and force, again, physics, it has nothing, it's not the same thing. They're polar opposite, but they have the same power. And we live in a world and universe where it's all just the transmutation of energy. And I said, you have control of your energy, right? So when you're given dark experiences, heavy experiences, which we are going to experience no matter what, the issue is that on our old paradigm, we were taught that to see things in such polarized fashion, good versus bad, you know? That doesn't exist, is what they're saying. No, there is no such thing as good versus bad. It's hard to understand. People will fight you all day about it. There is no such thing. I mean, obviously we're human. We're going to experience pleasant and unpleasant. I mean, duh. But in terms of the way the universe and the divine works, there's no such thing as good or bad. It just is. It's just the energy that's out there. Okay? So what happens is when we go through a dark experience and dark energies and we start obviously dwelling in it, oh, this is bad, we're keeping ourselves in it. And then if, let's say you're in a divine connection and they're acting like that, now you're getting upset because of it, now you're keeping yourself there and them there, you can't even move forward. But they're saying when you get to a place where you are able to see energy and dark energy and just seeing energy as this and experiences and as just a part of the universe of it's not that God is doing something bad to you or you're getting bad karma and you did something bad, you know, you have to stop thinking like that because that keeps you there. It just is. It just exists. Because, like physics, you need a force with an equal or more power to transmute it, okay? So basically, you're given, it's the opportunity to go through low vibrational experiences and dark energies. That's a gift. Look at it as a freaking present. Thank you. Okay? Because what they're doing, what God, what the divine, whatever you want to call it, is doing for you is giving you a force. That's what free will is. It's your ability to be the magician, like the magician card, and transmute the energy however you want. So you're being blessed with a force that is God energy, whether it's low vibrational, high vibrational. And you are then in charge of either falling in love with this force, this dark force that you were given, or saying, oh, like a slingshot, I can do something with this and change it to light. Right? Which is the same force, like a slingshot. Propel it forward. Turn it into something. Right? That's how they're explaining it to me. They're really, really pushing that. Because they emphasized that last time too. And I think it has a lot to do, again, especially with the community here on YouTube, with readers and such. People have become too used to looking at readings being only outcome focused. Is he going to call? What is he thinking? Why did he do this? I can't believe it. Doing you a disservice, actually. Because, yeah, you should be told what's going to happen, etc. People are going to tell you the energies, but you also have to be reminded. And since no one has time to channel all this that I'm channeling every freaking reading, that's why they want it to be a part of life, just an understanding. You understand? Just to be the basis, the foundation, and understanding that you're supposed to see what these energies and learn things through tarot or whatever you watch and see it as it just is, and still focus on yourself and keep your vibration high. right? So that's big. And if we think in terms of a collective, which we all hear that term and we all understand it and we hear it, do you really know what that means? If you're here, it's because you believe you're in a divine connection, a soul connection of some sort, right? Yes. What that means, then you're connected to everyone around you that's also in a soul connection, right? We resonate with them. That's why we're here together, right? Yes. So if the entire community, which is thousands of you, don't understand this concept of energy and look at dark energies, you know, based on the old paradigm, and instead are commenting, yeah, well, he did this, I'm never going to forgive him, and he's with this. What we're doing actually as a community, we think that we're helping each other and giving each other support through hard times, but we're keeping the entire collective of divine connections down here. The more of you understand this dynamic and focus on yourself and keep your vibration high and go towards abundance, everyone that watches tarot and in general will do the same. That's really how it works. All right, so again, I know that you were expecting maybe 2020, but I've been saying it for a long time. It wasn't supposed to be beautiful. January is going to be rough as hell. I'm just going to let you know right now, okay? Rough as hell. We just had a solar eclipse, okay? New moon in Capricorn on the 26th in December. Now remember that the effects of solar eclipses last about 6 months. All right. So this cycle, this eclipse cycle is not going to end until June 5th, 2020. All right. Just letting you know. And this eclipse cycle, see, because that's the thing. It's cycles among cycles among cycles. Little tiny ones, big ones, huge ones, and then so big that we can't even fathom, right? This cycle, this eclipse cycle began July 2nd, 2019. You understand? So basically, everything that happened between July 2nd, 2019, and now, up to the lunar eclipse, which is January 10th, is being cycled out. All of that was also, it's like lesson among lessons, cycle among cycles, all of that. So whatever happened in between those times led here to this moment. Think about that, okay? The thing is, the solar eclipse was literally one of the best ones we've had in a long time. There was a lot of good energy there. It promoted serendipity, high ambition, success, happy coincidences, positive change, excitement. All right? So we were probably starting to feel like, okay, I want to make a change and get understanding. But then you have this freaking Capricorn energy because it's in Capricorn. And it's like, okay, but I don't know what to, like, there's like something, like it's not complete. Like there's something there. Like I don't really know what to do to move forward. I'm just here. I'm a little like, what's going on? You know, even though it's like a weird energy, I'm telling you. Because Capricorn rules material things like, you know, business, money, etc. But the dark side of Capricorn is also depression, suicidal thoughts. I mean, it is. I don't like to talk about that, but that's the truth. So we have that energy too. Luckily, okay, we're getting rid of this Capricorn energy on January 12th because we've had that energy for decades. Okay. And Capricorn is also the devil card in tarot. It's all connected, guys. The devil card is Capricorn. Okay. So Capricorn is also devil energies. That doesn't mean if you're a Capricorn, guys, you're a devil. I'm just saying this is what it is. The devil card is Capricorn. Okay. Which is has been the main focus. All of 2019 was bringing those devil energies forward. For what? For us to get to a point where we're out of Capricorn. Goodbye, Capricorn. We're done with you, Capricorn. And move forward. But that's what I said. Now you're feeling this weird energy because I said, and I've been saying it for months, January is going to be crazy, like just intense. So you need to really be mindful of your energy. That's why the readings that they're having me do lately are not really just about, let's see what's going on, like, you know, details on 3D stuff, what this person's going through, your divine other, or situations, what I see. It's also guidance, because it's the foundation of everything, and it needs to be said right now in particular. So listen, the lunar eclipse is going to be rough. I'm just to let you know, we're having a lunar eclipse January 10th in Cancer. Okay? Cancer is very nurturing. Cancer is very sensitive, emotional, and moody as hell. Okay? Cancer keeps things in a little shell. Cancer moves, the crab moves sideways, not front, you know, like regular. It's like, you know, a lot of confusion going on here. Like, what are you doing? Are you going in a little hole? Are you coming out? Like, you know, Cancer also rules the moon, which is, you know, things that are hidden, shadow things. Also related, Cancer is also very, very, very intensely related to mother energy. So it could be issues in regards to motherhood, at your actual mother, or just the energy of mother, like nurturing energies, you know? The thing is that this lunar eclipse has a lot of freaking oppositions, planetary oppositions, that make it really rough. It's on purpose, okay? Cancer rules home, family, and intimate relationships, okay? So that's going to be the focus. That's why we're talking about love mostly, okay? But the lunar eclipse, we have the sun opposite the moon. So we have those polarities. The sun, light versus freaking dark, right? The moon, which rules Cancer, these polarities. So we're going to be really struggling with going in our head. You're gonna have a lot of anxiety, like work versus home. What's more important? Should I be with this person? Should I not be with this person? I don't know. You know, can I handle this relationship? Do I have what it takes? I don't know. I feel burdened, you know? It's going to bring a lot of like bad mood, sadness. I'm just telling you, it sounds horrible, but it's the truth. Loneliness. And because it's a crab, Cancer, it's going to bring a lot of difficulty in sharing your emotions. A lot of negative thinking, okay? You might experience some emotional coldness. It's a lot of mirroring going on, okay? Not wanting to socialize. You're going to start to feel burdened by responsibilities, okay? Now, I said this has like the Cancer energy is like the mother energy. So it could, and we're leaving Capricorn, which is money. So it could literally be, you know, maybe some of you are dealing with someone that has children and has a lot, is dealing, you know, having hardship financially, or it's affecting their lives, or going through a divorce, or, you know, but it's something related to motherhood and money, okay? Or feeling burdened because of finances and home, and figuring out what's right and what's wrong. There's a lot of oversensitivity going to be popping up, arguments. The thing is, it's all an illusion with the moon energy. It's a lot of misunderstandings happening because we're not even clear within ourselves. So it's like a lot of you are coming into union and starting something with someone, or if you haven't received communication, I said you are, and they're coming like a bat out of hell. And they had that excitement that was pushed forward by the solar eclipse after Christmas on the 26th, right? And then you start going in your head. And I'm telling you, it's intense. And it might lead to nervous breakdowns and just a crisis. So you have to just try your best to be in control, not in control, to be aware of that, though you can't escape the forces. You just can't. The lunar eclipse is opposite Mercury, okay? Mercury is about communication, isn't it? So that with the Cancer not being able to open up and being moody, and Mercury opposite the lunar eclipse, which is about communication, because we know Mercury retrograde, so like everything gets screwed up, right? Again, it makes it even harder to communicate and making sense of things, leading to more arguments. The lunar eclipse is also opposite Saturn, okay? Saturn is the responsible one, right? All about stability, what you need to do. But with the opposition to the moon, it's the dark side. That's where the whole, everything I was saying about being burdened by your responsibilities or your choices and not knowing if they're the correct choices or not. You know, it's all gray area. You're going to start freaking out. Just know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is all happening to propel you forward into your abundant life. That's why they're having me talk about the fact that the dark energy is the gift. Because they're having all of this happen so that you can either dwell in it and go and down that path for the next 35 years of like having to work on a lot more, or actually using this awesome slingshot that you made with some sticks and some rubber bands and stuff, take that negative energy and go, oh, this freaking sucks. I don't like it. Fling. And because it's so powerful, it'll really propel forward so far that it's going to end up in the light. And the light's going to shine, and then you open the path towards abundance. That's it. That's the gift. So, as you know, it's beautiful that you were guided here to even know that, you know? You're going to have a lot of inner turmoil because the lunar eclipse is also opposite Pluto. Okay? Pluto is about control. Pluto is about control. All right? And Pluto, the significance of Pluto is actually, I mean, people, you don't sleep on Pluto. Pluto is the most powerful planet. You know why? Because it's the freaking slowest. So Pluto has been acquiring information little by little, karma for you, little by little. Everything that causes you anxiety, little by little, like your whole, little by little, like your whole freaking life. Because the energy of Pluto collecting energy into its vault happened the last time it was conjunct Saturn. I said 1914-ish, the start of World War I. So literally now Pluto's here like, hey guys, you forgot about me. I know I'm slow as hell, but you guys, like you went so fast that you didn't even get to sightsee like I did. Like I'm slow, but I got to see all these leaves and branches, and I literally saw everything on the entire planet. I don't know how I did that road trip, but I did. Do you want to know about it? Boom, it's here to expose everything. Everything, every shadow, everything that's hidden. Not just things that people, you're going to learn things about your divine other, about people that you didn't know. It's going to piss you off. But the thing is, it's also about perception. Pluto's also going to come out and reveal things about yourself that you never wanted to see. It's going to question yourself. It's just going to be a freak out moment, I'm telling you. And with the lunar eclipse opposite Pluto, the feelings can intensify to such an extreme level that even if you're a calm person, you actually cannot control your behavior. Like mood swings, crazy. Okay? So try your best not to suppress or ignore these intense feelings. Okay? Because if you do, remember, you're still attracting energy to you. If you do that, because this energy is still out there, you're actually, what it's doing is going to propel and invite those around you to be the ones to act out in very intense, extreme ways. So if you don't freaking freak out on someone, go nuts, and you keep everything in, I don't want to talk to him. He's contacting me again. I'm not gonna, this person's is gonna do something crazy. They can't control it. They're gonna regret. Okay. The key here is really trying to, and it's gonna be hard, but try to keep balance. It's gonna be hard to communicate, but just try. Just give it a week or two, letting you know. Because then, the thing is, January 12th, then we have Saturn conjunct Pluto. Oh, hello. We haven't had Saturn conjunct Pluto since 1914. That's what I just said. All the paradigm that we have acquired since World War I. But in addition, we're also ending a 30 to 35 year cycle, 18, 12 year cycle at that moment, January 12th, Saturn conjunct Pluto. Pluto entered Capricorn. That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by saying we're getting out of the Capricorn energy. Finally. It's gonna, like that, it's gone now. Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008. 2008 was when we had the big recession. I was affected by that. That's great. I mean, it's great to graduate college and such, and around that time, I'm telling you. Nobody could find a job. It was the worst recession since the 1930s. And I said Capricorn's related to what? Money, devil energies, money not being handled right, government, laws. We see what's going on around us, right? It's all, you can't make it up. So finally, now we're here. We're closing out that Capricorn cycle. Goodbye, freaking devil energy. That's what we've been purging, you guys. Literally. It's so complex. Okay? So if you're feeling like 2020, new year, new me. Yeah, it absolutely is new year, new you. But not in the way that you're thinking, but in the best way. So while this happens, please remember what they're sharing about looking at dark energy as a gift, so that you don't go to set the tone for the next 35 years. Keep yourself in low vibes, because you have to look at dark and good and dark and light energy as it just exists. It's just the opposite end of a force. Okay. So it can't just go away. So that means there has to be a group that's going to go in there. I mean, but if you're led here, they really don't want you to. Okay. So all of this is going to happen. So you're probably going to have communication, because things are being exposed. But you're really going to be tested. Now, with Pluto exposing the vault of every little thing, and since it's a conjunct Saturn is the World's card in tarot. What's the World's card? The closing out of a cycle. Done. It's done for good. Like, that's it. Done. We're done. Right? So be mindful of what you're closing out. Okay? So that's what I said. But yeah, this is a very important year. It's going to be beautiful, abundant, transformative. You have to look at it. The perception is everything, the right way. It's going to be a little rocky this month. You're going to face some decisions, and a lot of these decisions, the thing is, it's going to be difficult to communicate, because the turmoil is coming from within yourself, and you don't even know how to freaking explain it to yourself, so you can't explain it to other people. Because Pluto's here with the vault of all your goddamn secrets, of all of the bad habits and thought patterns, and everything that Saturn wants you with the World's card to end is coming up. all your shadow energies. So you're going to be questioning yourself. You're going to have that. What do I want? What am I doing? What am I doing? And when you're in that energy, and the other people in your lives are in that energy too. Okay? It's hard. But they're just reminding you, again, this is a permanent ending. Saturn conjunct Pluto. 29 degrees in Capricorn. Happens only every 3 decades. Only every 3 decades. So this is powerful. It's the most intense lessons of your life. Of your life. You're learning the most intense lessons of your life. Just remember that. Think about it. The last time Pluto was conjunct Saturn in Cancer, just like now, was World War I when it started. And like I said, Cancer rules home and family. When we had World War I, what was... That was a focus for a lot of people. People had to go to war. Families were ripped apart. People were starting to question what family means. What it actually means to have a home. What's love? I'm telling same shit. We read about all that stuff in history books. We weren't there. So it's hard for us to perceive that we are now part of the start of a similar cycle. In the next 3 decades, they're going to be able to look back at whatever happens now in that same way. But we're all connected. So that's the greater picture. In your personal life, it's the same thing. Everything is going to come out. And I think that's what came out in the last reading, is that you're going to get communication for the collective that I'm channeling from this person. This person is going to expose things that you did not know. What's interesting is, like I said, I didn't actually remember the details of this, but now it's really freaking aligned now that I'm thinking about it. You're going to learn things, but they're going to say, you know what? I want to work on it with you. Okay? And it's going to be freaking hard in the beginning. A lot of questioning. But that's why they keep saying, you're going to know. You're going to know by the end of this month, end of January, if you are supposed to be in physical union with your divine other in this lifetime. If you don't know what I mean by that, go back to the other reading and hear that again. You're going to know. You're going to know. Because this is the most intense lesson of your life. So you're going to know. The turmoil. This thing turned off. I'm sorry. I had to piece it together. I don't know why. You're going to learn through that turmoil if this person is choosing to stay in the same timeline for the next 3 decades, learning their lessons, double energies, or if they're going to choose to reach abundance with you. You're going to know. So a lot of reconciliations. I mean, and when I say most intense lessons of your life, I mean, like, I can't emphasize. It's like I'm repeating, but it's so grand that I can't find enough words to explain this to you. And it's beyond your control. But because, like I said, the forces are the same, dark and light. If you are a part of the group where both of you are accepting the light to work together, after this period, I mean, it's going to be the relationship of your freaking life. Like, you are lucky. Whoever comes into union now. Because we are part of a new paradigm shift. Not just personally, for the whole collective, for the whole everything. So even the dynamics of relationships are going to be different in general. So if you both choose to go on the same path together, she will know. Very instantly in February, you're going to know. February is a very transformative month. I see it's going to be beautiful. February into March, beautiful. The first 2 weeks of February, I'm channeling right now, are still going to be a little rocky. But then after that, holy wow. If you come into union, it's wow. And it's still going to be beautiful if you don't come into union, because you're going to learn your lessons and learn to stay in your high vibe energy. And you are going to be brought another person that's in that energy, and you're still going to come into partnerships. I'm seeing it. All right. Telling you, the way they're doing readings is different now, because we're starting a new year. These are things you need to know, this stuff. And I've never put crystals and isolated certain decks like these, but they did this time. These are my these crystals are aligned to the angelic realm for communication with them, and they had me, so placed them on these three, so I'm going to honor that. I also had a piece of moldavite, which I talked about many readings ago, months ago, and that is an extraterrestrial stone that's supposed to aid in like the purging process. Like, some people can't even handle it, and they say that when it gets lost, it means that energy, you know, is gone. I just lost it on New Year's Day. It's gone. No, I am so organized with my crystals, it's ridiculous. I am, one by one, I place it in a bag if I'm ever traveling somewhere. It's freaking gone. All right, let's pull a romance. They're having me start with an oracle card. Oh my God, you deserve love. You are lovable. For now, for January. Remind yourself about the self-love, right? Not being in that energy of fear, anger. You deserve love, whether it's with this person or not. So that is a reminder that that's exactly what's happening, that you deserve love. So get out of that dark energy. That's the message, everything that I just spoke about. So you can raise your high vibe, focus on the self, because you deserve it. And when that happens, there's that bow and arrow, which is interesting because it reminds me of I kept saying slingshot, right? Like, okay, you did it. Let me propel you forward and give you love no matter what, because now you're going to be a magnet for it. All right, let's see what else they got. What's this? Pay attention to the red flags. I kid you not. The signs are cautioning you. OMG. You know what that's about? They had me just channel what's going to happen, how rocky it's going to be. And this entire message was to aid you guys to go towards the high vibrational energies no matter what, because you deserve to go in the new path of love and self-worth, and not stay in this dark energy, because you do deserve love. That's what they're saying very clearly. I told you, it raises your vibe so freaking much when I channel for God knows how long, and it literally comes out, okay? And this is pay attention to the red flags. What that means is everything we've been talking about. I said, be mindful of these energies. It's going to be rough, but pay attention to the red flags. Everything that's coming up from the vault of Pluto, pay attention to it, okay? And remember, despite those red flags that are coming up and cautioning you, that you deserve love. So stay in that place, high vibrational place, as difficult as it is. Wow. And then, wow, you guys. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. You really can't. I'm speechless. It says let go of control issues. Now we're talking about Pluto. Everything channeled. Boom. Allow this situation to fold naturally. No, sorry. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Mercury's clearly already making me like stutter and stuff. It affects communication. This has literally, wow. And you saw they had me put a crystal on it. They had one here. I don't know. They verbatim just explaining everything again. When we go through those moments, we're going to be like, all the signs are, everything in the world is going to be cautioning you. Everything is going to be a red flag to you, cautioning you. They're telling you to remember that you deserve love. Okay? So you can stay in that high vibrational place. Pay attention to the red flags. They're going to come up. But
Wasn't one of the first things that I freaking channeled about control? Did I not? That they don't want you to go into this energy of saying, okay, I deserve love, but in a controlling way, like, you know, you know what, like, I deserve better than this, like, screw you. They're saying that that is going to keep you in the low vibrational energies. That's not what they mean. What they mean is let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. When you go into these energies where you start overthinking, etc., during the lunar eclipse, let go, understand, just be in a place of serenity, try that the divine's in control. That's when you are going to get to this place that's going to bring you guys into union and bring your relationships forward. And they're reminding you that you deserve it. So that's why they're cautioning you to, because we have free will. So the divine could only tell you the gift that they're giving you, that ultimately it's your choice. So they're saying, if you don't do this, even though you're lovable, you're not giving me anywhere to aim my arrow. You can't make this up. I can't believe it. I mean, I can't. They always do this, but it's like, wow. Did you see that? Wow. First of all, last reading, I said between now and the end of January, we're going to have a lot of people coming forward to have heart-to-heart conversations. You're going to learn things about people that you didn't know. Instead of freaking out about the red flags, just let go. Just let go, let God, you know, say whatever will be, will be. Be in a positive energy. Don't do anything. Just focus on yourself. You're going to have heart-to-heart conversations after this. Like, it's going to be heavy, but honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. It's going to be difficult, but it is going to happen. And if you do this, if you let go of control issues, it's leading to reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I kid you freaking not. Like, it's like, that's why, I mean, no tools? I don't even need tarot, freaking romance oracles. In 5 romance oracle cards, they just confirmed the entire message. And look what's that, look. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Now, we did discuss how important it is to manifest and write down your affirmations and, you know, what you want for the new year. What's going to lead you to reconciliation is letting go of control issues. Everything that we've discussed, I'm not going to say it again because it's a lot. I mean, that was like 40 minutes worth of channeling. Calling your soulmate. Again, this literally means staying in that high vibrational energy. Like, just let go and just trust. Visualize things. Say, you know, I want don't ask for a particular person. That's the thing. You know what's interesting? And I was just going to say that. You see how calling in your soulmate, which is your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring you together, is underneath let go of control issues. Because when you want to manifest something, you cannot ask the divine for a particular person. That's control. It's like, who do you think you are? You don't tell me, you know? And it's not even like that. Because the only reason we think of it that way, like the divine, like God saying, like, who do you think you are, is because we learned in this paradigm, okay, this thought that there's good versus bad and control. And no, that's not even how it is either. It basically is understanding that the energy of control boils down to fear and is low vibrational. So if you, even though you have the positive intentions, say, I'm calling in my soulmate, please God help him see the light, whatever, I want this person back in my life. That's still control. Because deep down, It could work, but deep down, for the majority of you that do that, it's coming from a place of attachment, and that is attached to fear energy also, which is low vibrational. So when you let this situation naturally unfold, instead ask, bring me whatever you think is best for me. Bring me what you think is best for me. Self-freaking focused. It's not selfish. You're going to bring what's for you. And if you don't have a doubt that it's this person, you don't have to ask for this person, because you know it's this person. Do you understand? Ultimately, if you're trying to manifest a reconciliation and you feel you have to say the person's name, it's also fear that it's not that person. Right? These are things that are coming to the surface for us to understand about energy. This explained everything. Energy. And now, I did channel that there's going to be a lot of things coming up regarding children. And so that one wanted to come out on its own. Whether it be someone's going to be pregnant, someone's going to get pregnant. I've been saying that. There's going to be unexpected pregnancies in this collective. I've been saying that. I still see it. Okay? A lot of... with the Capricorn energy, for a lot of you, things coming up in regards to finances and children, and not knowing if you can or are ready to be in a relationship with someone because of children, or because you don't think you're in a financial place where you can be with someone that has children, or you can't afford children, or anything. All of those things, they're saying, pay attention to the red flags. You are paying attention to the red flags too much in a controlling way. You're not letting it unfold naturally. And when those situations arise, that Nine of Swords energy that keeps you Eight of Swords bound, which is supposed to happen during the lunar eclipse, the way to get out of that is, again, stay high vibrational, have these heart-to-heart conversations eventually, and understanding the dynamics of energy and knowing that's not how it works. When you think like that, you keep yourself in that energy. What else do they have here? Oh my God. Getting to know each other. As you wow, I'm done. It's like really freaking crazy. Wow. Everything verbatim, basically. Getting to know each other. It's the message that's the most important. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Kid you not. Didn't I say that's what's happening? You're going to really learn things, secrets you didn't know. But the conflict's going to come when Pluto comes in, and you're going to learn things about yourself. So it's going to be like, if you guys choose, this is exactly what I said. For a lot of you, you're going to know, though, if you have to go a different path, understanding you deserve love either way, or someone's going to come forward, you're going to learn, there's going to be conflict, you're going to learn some things you didn't know, but you're going to decide to reconcile, have heart-to-heart conversations, let go of control issues, even controlling the red flags. Like, I don't want someone that has to deal with that. You know what I mean? If you choose to work on it no matter what, if you find it to be reasonable, discernment, remember, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, because that's part of the issue with the Cancer lunar eclipse, is that keep things in, right? But once that passes, which it goes into the first 2 weeks of February is what I'm saying, and then it's freaking beautiful. Like, this is January, this is the first 2 weeks of February as I channel. Your bond deepens as you reveal your innermost selves. You need to go through that Saturn Pluto conjunction to do that. And it's going to be like, holy, because no one's expecting this energy is going to hit you, like, But some of you are either going to really reconcile, like it's going to be freaking beautiful, or you're going to move on. I'm seeing literally, and I've been saying, especially with the children, I don't know why this keeps coming up, but some of you are getting engaged out of nowhere or planning to move in or going to have a sudden pregnancy or something like that, because it's like so irrelevant, kind of. Now we're talking 3D things, but it keeps coming up, and I don't know, they want something else. Okay, no, this is like 500 freaking... That's not how it works. Okay. Release your ex. Yup. The time has come to clear your energy. It's not just ex, like, yeah, well, technically in 3D terms, everyone you've ever dated, but ex is anything that you're connected to. That's what we're doing. The time has come to release. We're clearing. Yeah, I don't know why that whole thing about the babies and the attraction. You can't make it up. Look what's at the bottom. Done. That's enough confirmation. We get it. Again, this confirms, this is even aligned with everything we spoke about regarding the astrological events. I said with the Capricorn, there's going to be a lot of issues in regards to finances and career, right? Feeling like it's not enough, or feeling whatever, work versus home, right? We're going through a time where we're clearing out our energy, and we got attraction. That's not just like on a regular sense. This is talking about what we've been talking about, attracting whatever vibration you're in, that's what you're attracting to you. Remember that. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. That is what we've been talking about. Remembering that you have the power by you being in that moment. That's dead center. But in order to attract that, you have to stop focusing on these financial issues, and you have to clear out this energy. And this could literally be in regards to some of them that have financial ties to ex-wives, ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends, children, especially with the children card here. Okay? There's like this fear around that, but they're saying that's not how you're supposed to see it. But they just confirmed what I was channeling about the children. Some people are literally going to get like engaged out of freaking nowhere. Out of freaking nowhere. Or you're going to discuss that this is the path that you're headed openly. Once you do this, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. They just confirmed that. What happened? And I don't know why they're having me pull so many. I'm just going to pull one more. They said, ooh, make the effort. The most important message. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Not the ones that you control, you want to take. Make the effort, to attract this to you. You can't make it up, guys. Just simply with freaking romance, angel. Like, again, it's divinely guided. But that just confirmed the whole thing. I don't know if I even need tarot, but I have to honor them because they put 2 crystals here. So, what do you want to say about January right now and their divine connections? We're focusing on love right now, so what we're doing. What do you want to say about these divine connections right now? January, what message do you want to share with the collective? And tell me when to stop, please. Why are you making me shuffle so much? Let go of control issues. I'm like, why are you making me shuffle so much? It depends. I can't stop until they tell me to stop. Wow. It just popped out here. That's one hell of a message right there. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups. Okay? 7 of Pentacles is literally taking a pause And looking at all of these pentacles, it could be literally pentacles like your resources, your finances, freaking out about them, but also freaking out about, like, it's reaping what you sowed. It's also like taking a step back to look at everything you've worked for and trying to figure out, where the hell am I going next with this? Like, what am I doing? And you can see her face that you're going to go through that period. I said January. You see the facial expressions like, I don't know what's right or what's wrong. There's all these pentacles. She looks freaked out, but look at those freaking roses. They're beautiful. Like, it's all in your head. And they're saying Queen of Cups, that's Queen of Cups is bathing in that cup of, if that water, that cleansing water. She's literally an angel. She's depicted as an angel in this card. If you stay in that love energy, cups are love. If you stay in that love energy, it's going to lead to reconciliation. 6 of Cups, reconciliation. People from the past coming forward, reconciling, forming relationships with you again. And what's significant, what I love about this deck is that there is a woman in a wedding dress and a little girl that looks very similar to her. So I always see that as very significant, as in it's also you reconciling with anything from the past that makes you look at things in this way. Like, why are you like that? We want you to be like this, right? That's the message. What else do you want to say about January and all this stuff? Oh, hold on. No, I wasn't ready for that. That went all the way left. Don't want all the way left. What else do you want to say? Sweet God. Did something flip? Of course. You know what flipped? The same card. The same cards that we got the last reading. And I channeled that in the beginning. I don't know, this is just a mess, you guys. If that's like a omen, like it's gonna be a mess. The Knight of Swords, that's what I got in the last reading. Knight of Swords is a masculine energy coming on his horse to communicate with you. And not taking no for an answer. Coming out, Hanged Man in reverse though. Oh no, it's not in reverse. What am I talking about? This is the Hanged Man energy. Feeling stuck, okay? But this person's coming forward after being stuck. Or you're going to both feel stuck at a certain point. We're talking about January now, okay? After, like a dead in the center is the reconciliation. So there's reconciliation. This person's in an energy of like coming out of nowhere on their horse with their communication, speaking their truth. But they also feel a little stuck, and you're like, oh, I don't know. It's all in your head. If you get out of that energy, you're going to reconcile. And what's interesting about this deck is it's the only deck I've ever seen. It's a Knight of Swords. There's no freaking horse. It's just one masculine energy with his hands crossed, and he's dark. And that's what I said. They're coming forward to reconcile with you. I want to work on this together, but they're going to expose their shadow side. Something's going to come out that you don't know. And it's going to make both of you go into this Hanged Man energy. Like feeling stuck. What do I do? Look at you. What do I do now? But that's all in your head. Because the Hermit is, you know, you're going through introspection, whatever. The Hanged Man, basically, what they say about the Hangman, the energy, is that you're stuck, but it's in your head. Because you can very easily with your arms aren't tied. You can untie yourself, you know? So that's what's going to happen in oh my God, look what I just picked up. You can't make it up. That's what's going to happen in January. Look at that. 9 of Swords. You're going to be in your freaking head. Anxiety, which I channeled. Anxiety. This feminine energy, also an anxiety. Masculine, feeling stuck. That's what's going to happen. This is all happening so that you can have the opportunity to reconcile. How you do it, what you do with it. Sorry, I got to wiggle this. Depends on you. Let's pull 4 more here. I don't know why they just, like, that felt weird to me. Like, the way that, I don't know. It was actually the 8 of Wands. Oh my God. Which is fast communication. But they didn't want that. 10 of Pentacles came out last time too. Happy, abundant marriage, life, union. That's why they picked this deck. Again, it came out the last one too. I've never seen it like that, right? There's like a wintry, cold, desolate like imagery behind it, and then there's like a keepsake box here with the image of the 10 of Pentacles, which is financial abundance, like totally. You have everything you need, which is significant because it came out, people are going to be worrying about that, and they're saying that's not how you attract a positive outcome in that. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Literally, what's in your head? The 10 of Pentacles, there's lots of union cards. It's the perfect one to pick because that one depicts not just relationships or marriages, it also depicts finances and like abundance together as a whole, like being financially stable. And didn't I say that what's happening here in January is that you're going to go in your head, like, is this going to work? Are we going to be able to do that? Am I going to be left out in the cold? Like, can I even afford this? Like, this 10 of Pentacles seems so far away. Like, it's locked. I can't. I don't know. Could I even be abundant? You know what I'm saying? But look at that. Like, and it matches exactly this image right here and how she looks like she's freaking out. But this is still the 10 of Pentacles. This is still an abundant union. Okay? In all senses of the word. And the Queen of Cups is still on the top. Meaning, you stay high vibrational and you don't focus on the freaking snow. This is yours. This is all in the mind. But this has to happen, again, dead center, to bring the reconciliation. The lesson is learning to bathe in the negative energy and see it as a gift, as an opportunity to transmute that energy to get what you want with this person. That is the energy starting 2020 that's going to eventually change, lead to the paradigm shift of the whole entire planet at a certain point. Years from now, people will understand that and lead their lives that way. But you're at the beginning of it. You understand? Understanding that. The dark energy is the gift. Reconciliation is here. Everything's given to you with a veil. It's everything. Life is an illusion. People like that freaking term, right? The only illusion, listen, reality is reality. Every time when people say, this is not reality, yes, it is. Life is an illusion. What I channel that meaning is what I've been talking about. It's not perceiving things. We're perceiving things based on the energy that we've collected through cycles, not based on like, what's the word? Like the perception changes. It doesn't, we haven't been seeing the dynamics through a clear lens. That's what free will is that we're here, we're human, we're in a vessel. Unfortunately, it's very dense, so it's hard for us to see. That's the game of being a human, is can we pass this level? Like, you know what I mean? So we're trained to see dark forces. Someone comes out in Knight of Swords looking like that, like a freaking demon, black wings. Like, you look at you, you're an angel, you're all like clear, looking demonic and shit. Like, do I want you? Like, you know. But the sword is still mental clarity and truth. So this person, even though they're dark, is coming with mental clarity and truth to reconcile with you. And the lesson is, again, with discernment, you should discern whether they're really down, like there's no hope, or if they're really want to work with you. And if they really want to work with you, the lesson is really understanding you're perceiving dark forces as something bad instead of seeing it, like I said. The divine's like, I'm giving you the opportunity to have everything you want. Do something with it. That's too much. I'm not picking those up. My God, no. Okay, what's this? Fine. Justice. OMG. I love it. Followed by the freaking Sun card. Followed by... I love it! Guys, and in the last reading, the Two of Cups landed in that same position. Are you seeing this right now? After this event, right? I said January, so now we're approaching the end of January. I said by the end of January, you should know. There it is. This is the eclipse. All of this is happening. You go through freak out mode, and then towards the end, you have your balance, your justice card. Justice is served. You have a brand new beginning. You have clarity, Sun card. You're in your wedding dress. Sunflowers are new beginnings. You had a choice, though, after being in this energy, and this person too, to be out in the snow or actually go towards your union. It's really your choice. If you choose this path, this is where you're going. You're going to balance is restored. You're having a new beginning. Notice this Sun card. Usually the Sun card has like more than one person and children. Here it's just one woman in a wedding dress. And here with the reconciliation, you're reconciling with yourself. So what I'm channeling is that when you get to a place of being clear with yourself, having a new beginning, saying, you know what, I want a new beginning with myself no matter what. With or without you. But not in the energy of anger or fear. The moment that you do that, notice that she's waiting there. She's in a wedding dress. Like she's already in the energy where she's inviting that forward, right? Right. It could be he, but you know what? I'm describing the card. And when you do, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's also divinely guided. That is when you bring your masculine energy, your other person forward, and you begin the deepest bond ever. Two of Cups. Relationship. Peace, happiness. And it starts with you. They are so clear. They are so clear. They are so clear. And underneath this dark Knight of Swords, this masculine energy that's going to come forward and expose some things and conflict or whatever, is the freaking Sun. Saying, the light's being shined on this. This is, everything's going to be cleared out. Do you trust the light? Because if you do trust the light, I'm going to bring you to the Two of Cups. If you don't trust the light, you're going to tip the scale the other way, and you're going to go this way, which is through the snow into this anxious energy. And then you're going to be stuck here upside down, and you can, what do you do? That's basically it. Okay. They also had a crystal here. Wow. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Exactly. Trust your intuition. These forces are going to test you mentally, but you just trust your intuition. Outside forces are really, really going to test you. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Exactly. What does that mean? Control, right? Letting go of control. Letting go. Don't try. Just work on yourself. They want 4. Romance. Cupid's romance. Cupid's arrow strikes when you just give it time. That's this. Hold on. Let's do the last one. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. The message is clear. Control, 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 control. Acceptance of what? The dark energy just is. It's not good or bad. Okay? This is reiterating the same message. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Okay, so if you feel like this is your divine other, you're supposed to be together, then you should be able to stay, or you should work on staying high vibrational and just trusting that. Don't go into fear energies. Okay? Do what feels right is doing exactly that. That is going to propel this situation forward. Romance. But it happens literally when you keep the feeling inside of knowingness that this person's for you, not in a sense of control, while giving it time, not trying at all, and just accepting and having inner peace and seeing things as they are. I want another one more. Okay, I said one. These heart-shaped cards, I'm telling you, there's something else. Oh my God. Because at the bottom, oh my. Did you see how that fell? Aggressively. Soulmate, secret admirer. Soulmate, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. It's just reiterating the same thing. Secret admirers, someone has deeper feelings for you and they are letting on. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut now. All right. This was very informational. I mean, it's pretty lengthy too. I didn't expect it to be this long. I don't know if I'm ever going to sleep this week. I have so many people to contact. I'm like sleep deprived. Okay, they're guiding me to this deck I don't use very often. Since I spoke about the February a little bit, I just want to pull a couple for February. Oh my God. These cards are so big. These are the, this is tarot, but they're, Archangel, what do they call them? Archangel Power Tarot cards. They have like messages underneath them. It's a little bit different. The suits, they named them something else, but nonetheless, they're still ginormous. That's what they wanted, so. February. I'm going into February. Let's talk about the first week of February. Just pull a card. Okay, I said one. They told me, excuse me, don't tell me what to do, basically. The control. They always put me in my place. First week of January. Holy shit, guys. This is, the Leap of Faith card is the Fool card in this deck. We're at the 0 point. We're starting brand new. Okay? Wow. Two of Gabriel is the Two of Wands, which is actually now what I said. After this moment, it says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. Two of Gabriel, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. What do you mean share your vision? Are in alignment. I said this is going to lead to, if you're able to take a leap of faith, you're going to take a leap of faith. It's going to be the beginning. And then you're going to be able to you're going to start making a plan, which is exactly what I channeled towards, I want to get engaged, etc. And I did channel that in particular. Again, this is so involuntary. Why are they leading me here again? For the first week of February. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Didn't I say that? And Cancer is about the mom. But the difference is, oh my God, look, you deserve love. You are lovable. The difference is now that these things have come up. But the first week of February, if you choose this path, you will be able to take a leap of faith and make a plan to heal family issues, all these childhood wounds that hold you back, together. You see how they confirm that? Not working against each other because of inner wounds. I love confirmation. I mean, what is that I just heard? I keep hearing like baby cries and there are no babies here. You know what that means. Medium. I don't like that though. I don't know, does anyone here know what a spirit baby is? Look them up. I'm just gonna say that. But it's a stalker. And I experienced it before my daughter too. Same thing. It's just, that's why I'm like, my vibe just went down because I'm trying to control. It's just, I'm sorry guys. I make no sense. Ignore me. That was totally an inner conflict. Okay, let's go to the second week of February. I mean, wow. Epiphany. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Be a light to others. It's just freaking confirming everything. By you being in the light, now you guys have an epiphany and you're working together now. I said the first 2 weeks are going to be a little bit like still like the transition. So you're still having, it's good. But now the first week you decided you're going to make a plan. Second week you're having the epiphany. Wow, this is the love of my life. You know, and after the second week of February, if you choose this path, I mean, holy abundance. It's freaking beautiful. I mean, wow. Okay, one more, please. King of Michael. Principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. Can't make it up. You've had your epiphany. You're going to stop the emotional crap, make a plan, have honest, we had heart-to-heart conversations, right? Coming up to move forward. After that, I'm telling you, after the second week of February, the energy is so freaking beautiful and like, this is what wanted to come out. This could be the one. That's what wanted to come out. The healing family issues again. Yeah, they only want one. I'm only going to pull one for all of them. No, that didn't feel right. I got weird energy. Hold on. They want me to just pick up random whatever's right here. Oh my God. It's so me. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yes, this is your soulmate. And in the bottom, it's emphasizing that you've come together to heal family issues together. That's the cause of these problems. Oh my God. We've had an epiphany now. Like, holy crap, you are the one. You are my soulmate. Like, we're making a plan. And it seems like in the beginning of January and end of December, for a lot of you, this process already started at this point. But somewhere with this lunar eclipse, all of them, and the Pluto Saturn conjunction, all of this dark crap, what dark crap? Family issues is going to start coming up. Okay. Look, I just split the deck. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Literally, they're just emphasizing it's the devil energies are going to start coming up. It's going to start making you doubt stuff again. But it's going to be so quick passing. It's going to be rough, but it's going to pass quickly. The first week of February, what do we get? You're going to come together, make a plan. You're going to take the leap of faith. The second week, that's it. You've had the epiphany. You're the one. You're my soulmate. There's no confusion. Okay? And now we're like literally having open communication. And from that moment on, that's it. And we're going to confirm that. Now tell me about the rest of February on. Because I feel it. I instantly, it's like third week of February on. Why are these cards? Why are these? Yup. O-M, mother effing G. I told you. The Chariot and the freaking Emperor. Determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. The Emperor, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Okay, ambitious plans. We know what the Chariot and the Emperor are. Moving forward, this is the embodiment of all kings, taking control of the situation. We're going to get together. And I also channeled, people are making plans to move together, because Chariot is literally moving. And the Emperor is a husband. And I just picked this up for no reason. And again, wow. And you know what's freaking beautiful about that? New beginnings, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. It's number 20. That's what 2020 is about. The new beginning. And you're not going to feel it until the 3rd week of February. Romance angel card for that. This is unbelievable. I just love when they confirm stuff. Yep. At this point, you have already freed yourself of anything that has and will hold you back. You're done. Like, that's it. You guys, it's just freaking, it's just beautiful. It's time to take back control of your life. That's it. It's just, wow. Oh my God, that was too much. Sorry. But look what wanted to show itself. They keep reminding you, you deserve love, you deserve love. This was too much. It was an accident. It's like ridiculous. Come on. You got to know the difference. Heart-to-heart conversations. Trust. After you free yourself after these conversations, that's it. You trust each other. You're together. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. The situation's calling for you to have faith. How do if they tell me to get another one signed, it's just, I don't know why. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, meaning to stop, oh my God, and reconciliation and passion and soulmate. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. You're literally freeing yourself. You're having a new beginning with this person. That's it. You're in a relationship. This is to emphasize to stop controlling things. To stop thinking that someone has to be a perfect person. You need to have all this particular, everything I said before. You have to have this amount of money to be with this person. You need to be this. You're going to end up in a place of trust. You're going to reconcile. This is beautiful. This is 3rd week of February on. Okay. They just guided me here. Can you talk about, just give me a couple cards for March. Jesus. Give me a couple cards for March. Come on. Why are these giant cards are just too much for me? They don't want this deck either. That's why. They want a sexual. Okay. That's interesting. Who am I to judge their choices? Who do I think I am? I just want to pull a couple for March. I mean, that's it. From here, that's it. But I'm going to just confirm that for you. What else do you need? The freaking Fool card. Leap of faith. Brand new beginning. Again. Brand new beginning. Being together. Brand new beginning. So aligned. The energy is so crazy. OMG. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What am I doing? It's way too much. The Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny. Sudden luck. The card of fate. That's it. You are moving forward. That's it. March on. I'm telling you, that's it. Give me another one to confirm. I'm just going to really confirm it. Yep. How else can I confirm it? Other than look what's at the bottom. Look what's at the freaking bottom. What's at the top? I'm speechless. That's why I'm like, 10 of Cups, guys. We got the 10 of Pentacles before. 10 of Cups is a marriage, a relationship, a brand new beginning, an abundant home together. Like everything. Like, you're just mine. You're mine. I'm yours. Okay? It's new beginning with this person. That's it. Literally 0 and 10. You go from 0 to 10. Like, this is the you're my person. The wheel, it's sudden too. That's why 0 to 10, it's sudden. You get your fate finally. Like, that's it. Death card. Because you what? What happened? You guys are reborn. That happened already. The death and rebirth already happened. You guys transformed. You transformed. And the moment that you allowed that to happen, this is destiny. This is karma, all the lessons. The moment you allowed that to happen, the wheel was able to go forward and quickly as hell. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, it's sudden. All of this happens, like, it's going to be, like, so, I'm saying, in the most intense lessons of your life, and it's going to be, like, I don't know why I picked this up. I'm telling you, it's involuntary. And look at what we got. The freaking World's card. Which is the most important thing of all is that we're closing out these cycles for the World's card. I said that these is going to be the most intense lessons of your life, but the thing is, it's going to happen so quickly. It's going to be like so chaotic, like boom, 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 boom. 8 of Wands is very quick. The quickest moving card. Quick communication, quick moving forward, quick freaking everything. Quick, just quick. All right, what's quick? The Knight of Cups. I'm coming forward to give you a cup of love. You're mine, okay? Cycles, we're transformed. The wheel moves forward. You're in a relationship. Cycles are closed, okay? That's it. And this is the number 21 card, which means you close the cycles in 2020. How? You close the cycles in 2020. New beginning. Oh my God. Look at what's at the bottom. So in 2021, you are going to literally have a completely different world. And they really are going out of their way to confirm this. The 10 of Pentacles again. Now we have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles together, which is happy, abundant family life, marriage also, if you believe in legal marriage coming together. But this one also includes being okay with your finances too. This is love. This is freaking everything. Wow, this was beautiful. What else? What else before I leave, Divine? Because this is really long. And I'm really starting to get sleep deprived. Like, I can't function like this. I'm telling you guys. But it's a sacrifice because they're not like regular readings. They really have a lot to say for your benefit. These divine direction they lent me here. I don't know why. Let's see, what is this? No. This is like a separate message, like a very specific, yeah. Meditate, family. Move. Time. Wow. This is so touching. Okay. Meditate and move, family time. That's so funny. But what I'm getting is this cycle, they're explaining this cycle is going to lead to you being able to meditate, go within and trust yourself, right? You're going to build a family with this person. You're going to know the importance of family. Some of you, I said, are moving. I saw pregnancy and I saw moving. It's also you're going to move forward. Moving forward happens when you're able to go within. You don't meditate, speaking to people. That's how you bring that in the positive energy. And then when the time is right, by being in this right energy, the universe is helping you look for synchronistic events around you. Okay? Literally. But this is wow. And they want one after tarot. I mean, come on, it's been forever. What else? To finish this off with, God, why are you doing this to me? You know, when that happens like that, it's like, no, I don't want the after tarot. So did I hear you wrong? What do you want? The regular Morgan Greer? Okay. That was interesting. All right, fine. They have something to add to this. No. Wow. Didn't I say that this is what they do? They just give extra confirmation, because the more it's confirmed, the higher your vibes are. Do you know what they just did? This is what they just did. They just confirmed it again. Fool, fool. Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups. New beginning, coming forward, offering love. One more. They said one more. Like, I could just stop, but I can't until they tell me to stop. Oh my God. And like I said, and they confirmed the same message. I'm in shock. Where is it? Eight of Wands. Fool. Hold on. Looks weird. Knight of Cups. Eight of Wands. Sorry that's messy, but I mean, at this point, they're just emphasizing this brand new beginning with this person coming and offering love, you guys. This is happening fast. This is not like some slow shit. This is happening now. This is fast. This is fast. And I think that the reason they emphasize that is because we said move. Oh my God, no, wait. It says meditate, right? I think getting that energy. Family, move, and time. They just gave timing. Because the time card literally says the universe is helping you look for synchronistic events around you. Holy shit, that gave me the freaking creeps. Guys, you know, I know they're here, and I know their energy is powerful like no other. It's really, they shock me every freaking time. But sometimes they're so extra that it's like, okay, can we just, hold on. Did everyone just, hold on. Did you guys just, wait, let me put these aside so that you can see what they just did. We got, I don't even know where the other one is. We got, sorry, I'm standing up too. My legs hurt. Meditate, got family, move, time. And then I said, okay, they want you to go within, be peaceful, focus on family. You guys are going to build a family. See some of you are going to move forward, but I also see that some of you are going to move, like physically make plans to move in together, and you guys are going to create a family. And I said I saw pregnancy and I saw moving. And I'm, you know, family could just be two people, but that would just to me see like that would be, I feel like I would get a card that says like a relationship, connection, whatever, you know, engagement. But family to me is, you don't need children, but you know what? That's how I channeled it that way. So that's what it is. And then we got time. Okay. You know what they just did? It's like literally there's a spirit here that just spoke and said, hey, I want to tell you, I want to confirm time for you. The universe is helping you. Look for synchronistic events around you. Okay. Don't think anything of it. Right? The universe is helping you. The universe is helping me right freaking now. They literally just had me look for the synchronistic events. What were the synchronistic events? They had me pull the freaking Morgan Greer. And here are the synchronistic events around me. Fool card, twice, brand new beginning. Knight of Cups, someone coming, offering love. My ears are ringing like crazy. And confirming the time. This is a timing card. Eight of Wands is very quick. This is happening very quick. 8 Wands I see as weeks, not months. Oh my God. Synchronistic events, guys. Holy shit. Death card. Spooky. You're going to tell me that's not, I know I'm a medium or whatever, but you're going to tell me that's not spooky? I'm not going to act, I'm going to act like I did not just pick this up and see the Wheel of Fortune too, but the entire, wow. You're not going to tell me that's spooky? Transformation. 8 weeks. Something big's happening in 8 weeks. What's 8 weeks? I don't know. Holy shit. What the hell was that? What the hell? Do you guys see how that happens? I don't care how long this is. It literally feels like someone takes me. They probably do. And makes me do stuff. Like, why the hell did I just... You saw me shuff. Whoa. Whoa. 8 weeks, huh? 8 weeks. And I said something big is happening, and then they confirmed what it is. We got the Hierophant. Hierophant is commitment. Hierophant is also a marriage card, followed by the Lovers, true love, followed by the 10 of Cups, relationship, true love, commitment, and followed by 4 of Wands, relationship, marriage, literal wedding, marriage, and they're signifying that this is a divine connection. This is 11:11. And this is happening a lot quicker than you anticipate. I said some of you are literally moving or getting engaged or having a child, like literally out of freaking nowhere. That's for a big portion, because that speaks that right here. Okay, but this could also just be literally that. It's just a committed relationship. 8 of Wands again, 8 weeks. I'm actually I feel kind of like weak after that. Like they took a lot of energy out of me to do that. Like I want to take off my rings and everything. They took a lot of energy out of me to do this right now, guys. It takes a lot of energy for them to connect and synchronize to this degree. They literally just spoke and said, the universe is helping you. Like, hey, I'm helping you. Look for the synchronistic events. Boom, give you 5 million of them just to make sure you know what's happening. Wow. Wait, isn't 8 weeks? 8 weeks. Wait, isn't 8 weeks March? Didn't I channel that it's March? That all like huge. Wow. Well, that's very aligned. There's something very special about March, you guys. There's something very special about March, and it's very humbling. And you know, I'm going to just pull one card for that, and then I'm done. I keep saying I'm done, but I'm just going to pull. Ooh. Ending. Oh, no. Yes. I was like, for a minute, I'm like, what's so special about that? Okay. 10 is the last card. After an ending. 3 of Pentacles, coming together, working together. This is when you it's number 8. 8 weeks. That's after this whole process, like everything that's gone on. That's the moment where the union, infinity sign, strengthens. Like obviously becomes committed. But and what else is so special about March? Oh, God, no. Told me to stop. They said stop. They said, what else do you need? Which is true. All right, love and light, you guys. Wow, crazy. I expected nothing. I expected, I was going to say I didn't expect all this. I mean, it's so divinely guided, but they shock me every time more and more. I don't even know what a title is. Like, I don't feel like there's any title that can prepare someone to anticipate this experience right now. Because we're all stuck right now, Hanged Man. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm just like, do you see me? I'm like just wasting time over here, guys. Love and light. That just really got to me. That was very emotional. All right, love and light.